Tabletop Tavern. This is the Tabletop Tavern. Eylas U Sophomore Slump. This is season 2 of our Eylas U campaign, so if you're new here, you might want to go back and watch the first season so you don't get any spoilers. But for those of you who are coming back, welcome back. For those of you who are here for the first time, not how I would recommend viewing the entire series, but we're glad to have you here nonetheless. My name is Jenny. I will be your dungeon master now and forever, so get used to it. And I'm going to allow my beautiful, wonderful, talented players to introduce themselves, starting with the beautiful, the fabulous, the talented, the emo boy haircut, Ado Adir.
I'm first this time?
Yeah, because of how I have us set up. Yeah, you are.
Amazing. Jenny called me out because I set these up and I didn't set it up this time and I'm first. But hi, I'm Doe. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Ian Farrow.
Hi, I'm Pippin, and I play Vesper Thornquill Thistletoon, and I use they, them. And I would like to point out that last time Joe brought this up, Jenny said, you should arrange them next time. It's all come full circle.
Vic.
Who's next?
Vic.
It's me.
It's you.
I'm Victoria. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Fleur Farrow.
Cam.
Hi, I'm Cam. I use they, them, and I play Essie Hepper. I have to say it that way every time again.
I love it.
It is,
Makes me so
yeah.
happy.
I love it.
It's very peppy.
I'm Stacy, and I use she, her pronouns, and today I will be playing Rosalie Motley.
I like that you say today as if there's days where you just like,
in case,
play
you know?
Ian Farrow or something.
Hey,
Listen, we all know
Rosalie,
your track record with character deaths.
she's
okay?
not plot locked.
Freaky Friday?
She's not plot
She's
locked.
not plot locked. Don't conjure that.
Oh my god,
Speak it
wait.
into
Knock on
existence.
wood.
Don't manifest it.
Is literally only one of you is plot locked.
See, look at what
And
you've
it's not
done,
me this
Stacey.
time.
No, it's not.
We're like 4
Listen, I'm
minutes
emotionally preparing for this.
in. I'm not.
I'm scared of Jenny's face right now.
Anyways, we pick up on a beautiful early August evening. The wind is warm and dry as it picks up the pollen of the late blooming flowers and carries it off into the wind. The sun is beginning to set, and the city of Eylas, with all of its pollution and noise, still makes for a beautiful, brilliant, orangey pink sunset over the harbor. We, however, do not pick up our story in Eylas proper, but rather in the suburban neighborhood of the Lower Heights. We begin in a small ranch home with crumbling bricks in a front yard littered with cigarette butts, overgrown weeds, and hand-painted wish rocks. We go through the front door, past the open window, past the kitchen where Kralin Public Radio plays a soft jazz tune as someone slow jams the news, and we find ourselves in a little bedroom with a bunk bed pushed up against the wall, although only its bottom bunk is occupied. Seated next to each other, pinkies locked as they stare down a small, but now significantly still larger, kitten of sorts, its little tentacles on its back wiggling in the air, dressed in a little vampire costume.
Oh.
2 elven best friends grin down at a very clearly frustrated Strahd. Meow!
God, Essie, she's so cute. Wait, where's Macbeth? I got another one. Justin.
My
Justin-
God.
Justin,
The costume department. Macbeth.
In through the open door trots a thin, kind of houndish-looking dog that, as it starts to get closer to you, blinks out of existence briefly and reappears with his head between your legs, staring up at you, Essie.
Okay, so which outfit do you think Macbeth would like more? And Rosalie's gonna look, I'm gonna assume, in like a little chest in her room. What do I see, Jenny?
I like how you're putting this up to Jenny.
Roll a... Let's have you roll a performance check. if you want to get some help from Essie, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
Literally for anything, we will never not help each other.
I got 20 for both of them, but not natural. Oh, yeah, not natural.
So you got
natural 20.
a dirty 20?
Yeah.
You begin to dig through the chest. At the top of this chest are a bunch of sort of like toddler-sized princess dresses that you and Essie purchased for their younger sister, Carla. You've been waiting for a special occasion to give them to her, and Essie, like, very gently picks them out of the box and hands them to you, and you kind of make sure they're all still together, make sure the accessories are held together. As, Rosalie, you dig deeper into the chest, you soon find what you are looking for. 3 large kind of plastic shopping bags from Familiar Smart, the local pet and familiar store, full of costumes. Now, there are a whole variation of costumes available to you. Notably is a Halbert arm strength costume, the famed astronaut. There's also a couple of princess outfits that sort of, you notice, match the ones that Essie bought for Carla, along with what appears to be a cat costume made for dogs.
Rosalie is going to grab the cat costume and bring it out with, apparently you said there were some dresses too, right?
Yes.
And you also said that there was a astronaut costume?
Yes.
All right. Yes, I'm going to bring out the cat costume and hopefully be like, so Essie, do you think this one could look like a werewolf? Be honest with me.
We might need to go to the costuming department and get a flannel.
I know just the person. But before we do that, do you think you can catch Macbeth and Essie? Will you, and like Rosalie will come up and hold Essie's hands, and will you be the honor of, well, I don't want to, would you also be my princess? And like Rosalie will also see if, grab 2 of the dresses. One, I would assume that is a little bit bigger than Rosalie.
Yeah.
One in Rosalie's size.
So there's actually a couple in there that your mom wore with you for Hauntings Eve when you were a child. You dressed up as a, quote, punk rock fairy princess 4 years in a row, and your mom made sure that she had a different costume every year to match yours. So there are actually several like adult-sized princess costumes that are still like trimmed with like black lace. They've got some like red detailing, and on one of them someone has sewn like the anarchy symbol over the label.
I would love to. We can be the brides of Strahd.
Strahd and Macbeth. But first after we get like a huge romance, we don't know, maybe it's like maybe it's a love square, like maybe.
That's
and in
my
the
second
end,
favorite shape.
okay, let's put these on and then let's go get those flannels.
What's your first favorite shape?
A star.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Continue.
Stop, Jenny. I can't believe you don't know my character well enough.
Remember that one thing that was mentioned one time 14 episodes ago?
Okay. Clearly, I don't.
This works wonderfully, actually, because now we can't even wear silver. So.
You've definitely said, you're definitely a gold, and I respect that. Okay, I will also grab the fake pair of fangs.
Okay. You start to pull on your costumes to play dress up with Essie, and as you both sort of pull the dresses over your head, shimmying out of the clothes you're already wearing, you hear a light knock on the door. Even though it's open, whoever's knocking has a lot of respect for your personal privacy.
Who is it?
Oh, it's Harry.
Oh, Harry, come in. We have a favor to ask you.
You're right on cue.
In walks Harry Russell, a friend of your parents who has been spending quite a lot of time around your family home. He's wearing a plaid button-down over sort of a muscle tee with a pair of worn jeans and heavy work boots, and his long red hair is pulled back into a low bun, and he's got big gauges in, and he goes, you know, your mom used to have an outfit just like that in college.
Oh, Harry, we have an awful adventure mission that we must accomplish. Isn't that right, Esther?
School doesn't start for like another week. What's going on? Or tomorrow, I guess?
Rosalie's gonna close the door behind her and like fall on the ground.
I don't have much time.
Are you okay? Should I go get your mom? Do you have a...
Quickly.
What?
Closer, Harry. Harry, closer.
He like kind of leans down very awkwardly and is like, what's going on, kiddo?
We need your plaid shirt, otherwise the show cannot go on. Then we will never find love.
Oh my god.
Harry kind of like looks between the two of you and he goes, okay, so let me get this straight. You are gravely ill and you have a mission for school. It's an adventure mission that requires my flannel or else the show will not go on.
I don't have much
That's your
time.
interpretation, yes.
I'm growing weaker. Esther,
Quickly,
you've always been like
Lady
a sister
Rosalie,
to
take off
me.
your shirt, Harry!
Harry very slowly takes off the flannel, sets it on the ground, stands up, walks back towards the doorway, opens it while still facing you, walks out until his huge body is framed in the doorway, and he goes, your mom told me to let you know that the food's ready.
Oh, suddenly I'm cured. Thank you. Thank you, brave citizen.
He gives you like an awkward hand wave and walks out back to the kitchen, and you can hear him go, Jean, Vivi, you know I wouldn't lie to you. Your kid's a little weird. You hear a muffled response that you can't quite understand.
He has a 14-year-old. He should be used to the energy.
Come on. Harriet's same vibe.
Rosalie is
Harriet's
fully
same vibe.
19 years old.
I'm trying to give peace to my inner child, Jenny.
All right, so what do you guys do now?
Macbeth, quick change. And I want him to blink into the costumes.
He blinks into the costume.
Oh, yes! I trained him so well. Sorry.
And then he gives your face a little lick.
You are such a good boy.
He gives your face a lot more licks and they're not
kiss.
little anymore.
A kiss. I feel like you found your betrothed.
A kiss from my werewolf. But how will we ever be together?
As you say this, a little head pokes in from around the corner, and you see Harry's daughter, Harriet, who's got her hair in pigtail braids. She, over the summer, turned 15 years old. She has sort of gone through a growth spurt. She's gotten quite a bit taller than she was before. She's sort of in that point in teenagerdom where you start to even out a little bit in terms of your proportions, and has recently gotten a whole new wardrobe. You, both of you, Fleur and Vivian, helped her to choose some new clothes. She's still wearing quite a bit of flannel, but over it she has a brand new jean jacket, a pair of high-waisted jeans, and a tank top with a picture of a snarling pit bull on the top. I need you to know werewolves are perfectly capable of finding love, Essie.
Listen, it's for the character, for the trauma.
I'm a little tired of werewolf stories focusing on our trauma as opposed to our triumph.
I don't
I
know.
see that.
I think it's so lovable though. Like
Right, but our pain isn't what makes us lovable. You get that, right?
Oh no, of course not. But it's like the angst, you know.
You thrive off of like our suffering. You think that our suffering makes a better story.
Oh yes, and I definitely think my own suffering makes a better story too.
She takes a piece of like gum wrapper out of her pocket, folds it up, and flicks it at you, Rosalie, and then goes. Your mom says dinner's ready.
Okay. Thanks, Harriet.
She sent me to get you because you took too long. What's up?
No.
Essie's gonna pick up another one of the dresses. Would you like to be our third bride?
We can be a star then. A love star.
You watch the
Triangle, I
inner
think.
conflict of a girl who's trying to balance, like, the part of growing up where you want to be perceived as cool and adult, but you are still very much a child. And you watch this sort of storm of conflict cross her face. She gets, like, kind of like a fed up look on her face, and she goes, "Ugh, fine, you guys are so uncool," and then steps in, closes the door behind her, and holds out her hand. You all soon emerge from Rosalie's room, dressed in Vivian Motley's old outfits from the late 80s, and walk into the kitchen. Vivian, your mom and dad are leaning against the counter next to each other in conversation. Your father smokes a cigarette, your mom holds a cup of coffee. You can hear KPR, Kralin Public Radio, playing, but as you enter the kitchen, your mom quickly turns behind her and turns the volume down and turns to you with a huge smile. "Hi, baby, how are you?"
Hello, Your Highness. A pleasure to enjoy dinner with you.
Your mom gives a knowing glance to your dad, who lights up, kind of stands up from leaning against the counter, reaches back, gives your mom's hand a squeeze, and then walks up to you and does a deep bow. "Your Highness, we are so honored to have flowers of your grace bloom among us this evening."
I'll do a little curtsy. And then I'll walk to my chair and stand and wait.
You stand there and wait, and your dad glances back to your mom, who does like a little shrug, and they reach out and pull the chair back from the table and do another bow.
And then I'll stand up quickly after I sit down in the chair to pull out Essie's chair and Harriet's chair and curtsy.
Essie curtsies back to Rosalie, and I assume we just get into a curtsy off.
As you two curtsy off each other, your mom, dad, and Harry take their seats around the table. Harry is carrying like a large baking sheet, upon which you see 6 individual TV dinners. Your mom goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't have time to do the grocery shopping this weekend. It's been so busy." Your father, Gene, looks to her and goes, "Well, I mean, I didn't know that flower. I'd be happy to do that for you in the future." And Harry goes, "I mean, me too, Vivi. You just have to let us know." Your mom kind of takes both of their hands and gives them a squeeze, and Harry leans over, gives your mom a kiss on the cheek, and she smiles. All of you enjoy your TV dinners. Much to Harry's chagrin, Harriet's considering becoming something she refers to as a pescatarian, and most of the evening is spent arguing about this particular choice. As you argue, your phone lights up in your pocket. But before you can answer it, we switch to a different scene altogether. We travel further into the neighborhood of the lower heights, where the houses become grander, the lawns more sprawling as you get closer and closer to the high-walled, beautiful verandas of Upper Heights. Here, just on the edge of the Upper Heights, is one of the gated communities of the upper echelons of the middle class here in Eylas. In one of these large McMansion-style houses with whitewashed walls on the outside and Tuscan-inspired pergolas, we find a happy family, engaged in something of a chaotic evening. The walls of the Pharaoh household are covered in images of their children along with their newly acquired foster daughter, Carla, and pictures of Carla and her sister, Cammy. There's also quite a few photos of your friends, one of whom is here in attendance. Vesper, you spent your summer back at home in Freeland. However, as school starts tomorrow, Fleur and Ian made a trip out to Freeland to pick you up. Although you have the gate spell, they insisted on a fun little road trip.
Hell yeah.
And you are now spending the evening in their parents' home. Ian and Fleur. Your parents seem happier than you can remember them in a long time. With the truth of Ian's parentage coming out, it seemed like things were going to change for the worse in your family, but it only strengthened you all in your relationships. Of course, everyone changes when they get bad news, and Ian Farrow is no exception. Ian Vesper is unrecognizable from who he was last school year. He's cut his hair a little bit shorter, noticeably bleached it white. He started to wear eyeliner around his eyes, has gotten quite a few piercings and tattoos, and altogether just, you wouldn't say this to his face, he's starting to sort of resemble Kyle. Of course, you would never tell him, because that would infuriate him, but nonetheless, that is Ian and who he's come to be. You've also, Ian and Fleur, your father has been spending a lot more time at home than usual. He hasn't been on any business trips all summer. He's been grilling and hanging out with your mom and Carla and both of you, and you've all been having a wonderful time, except for, of course, this evening. The moment that a guest arrives, all hell breaks loose. Carla is 4 years old. 4.5, actually. 4.5. The half is important because it means I'm a big girl. Carla's...
The half is as important in age as it is in height.
Exactly, thank you. So, Carla has some very unique character traits. Most importantly, a warlock pact. And when she throws tantrums, she is prone to sort of accidentally casting warlock spells. This is, of course, what is happening this evening. Your mother is desperately casting her own counter spells as Carla, who is skipped her nap for the second day in a row, is throwing an utter tantrum. She has thrown mashed potatoes across the room. She has cast Mage Hand 14 times, and the Mage Hand has picked up various objects and thrown them on the ground. She has also attempted to chill touch the refrigerator. It's been unclear what this was intended to accomplish, but Vesper, it was a quick counterspell from you that ended that particular debacle. She started to calm down and seems pretty tired. She has her head on the table and is still crying a little, but in that just pay attention to me kind of way as she stares at Jack.
Carla,
What?
do you want to go upstairs?
Why?
I'll carry you.
Because
you
you have
look
a room and it's
tired,
really
honey.
cool.
I'm not tired.
That's okay. Do you want to read a book upstairs?
I read to you.
You want to read to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to walk.
I'll carry you.
I don't want to be carried. I'm a big girl. I can walk.
Yeah, but sometimes big girls, the smartest big girls, know that sometimes they need to rest their legs.
She picks up her head like a little bit and looks at you over the table.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some applesauce?
Of course. And Fleur stands up and goes to the fridge and grabs one of those little snack packs. And rips the tinfoil lid off, grabs a spoon and hands it to Carla.
Carla looks at the spoon, pushes the spoon back towards you, picks up the cup, and then proceeds to stick her tongue in it.
I get it.
The only way.
I eat it the same way, Carla.
Yeah.
She turns her
Yeah.
attention to Vesper.
Hi, Carla.
Vespi,
Yeah.
what's your favorite type of applesauce?
Oh, my favorite type, probably cinnamon applesauce. What about yours?
Blueberry.
That's a
Good
very good choice. I look at Fleur. Just like,
Ian,
Yes.
what's your favorite type of applesauce?
Fleur elbows Ian for being rude.
Like the normal kind.
Under the
boring.
table, Jack's foot collides
Yeah.
with your shin.
I mean,
Vesper makes a mage hand and pinches under the table, pinches Ian's.
Ian like just stares at Bess like, how dare you betray me? He's like,
How could you tell?
They make Babana applesauce?
I'm gonna be honest, the only two types of applesauce I can think of are cinnamon and blueberry, and everyone said those already. So
I like strawberry. And so did Ian all of our childhood.
I also like strawberry
Yeah.
applesauce.
Strawberry sounds good, but you've only
It
had
is.
strawberry and cinnamon and normal and blueberry?
Yeah, is there more?
She like wiggles in her booster seat and is like, "Let me down! Let me down!" Jack
Ian's
stands up and
Oh.
lifts her off the chair and sets her down. She runs up to you, Ian, and like places a sticky hand on your lap and goes,
Oh, thanks.
"You wait." And then toddles to the refrigerator, opens the refrigerator, looks up at the shelf, and goes, 4.
Yeah, I'm Fleur's already standing. Which one do you want?
The raspberry.
Uh-huh. And Fleur grabs it. Brings it down for her.
She takes it with both hands and then walks back to Ian and puts it in front of Ian and goes, "It's better if you use your tongue as a spoon."
Yeah, okay.
Fiona, who has not said a word this entire time, is sitting at the end of the table with her hands over her mouth in just like sheer delight.
Ian like slowly peels back the foil.
Fleur is
Just-
watching him.
And he kind of like holds it up, and he like gently sticks his tongue in, and then kind of like throws it back like a shot.
Shots.
He's like, "Yeah, raspberry's pretty good.
Yeah,
I haven't had this in a while, Carla."
raspberry delicious.
It's
Yeah,
honestly
it's
really
delicious.
good. I've had a lot of this summer
Yeah.
for obvious reasons.
Did you know that Fleur was my counselor at lacrosse camp?
Lacrosse camp.
Lacrosse camp?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Did I know that?
Carla's actually, yeah. Fleur would have been
Ian-
gone almost every
Ian-
day being a counselor.
That doesn't-
I
Ian
had
would've
to
noticed.
drive my minivan to drop Carla off.
Mom, I've
4
been going
separate
through a lot.
times.
I've been going through a lot this
Ian,
summer, okay?
and you forgot that you like have driven
I
a motor
s-
vehicle.
to you.
I just forgot
And
where
you
I was
dropped
going.
Carla.
I just went from like point A to point B, and like
Ian,
you said,
honey,
take the child.
honey, honey,
What?
sweetheart.
What?
Your mom like leans over towards you and takes your hand and looks you very seriously in the eyes and goes, "I'm gonna ask you something and I need you to be honest, okay?"
Oh God. Okay.
Have you been smoking fairy fern?
Mom.
I'm just your memory is not what it used to be, and
Fleur's
you got this
dying.
whole thing going on, and it's you know, and
Ian like
your
pushes
dad
back his
leans
chair.
back and he goes, "Shh, Ian's not cool enough to smoke fairy fern."
Exactly, Dad. Not that I'm that cool, but
Ian
Ian's
like
definitely not.
stands up from the table and like says, "I'm going to my tent." And marches his ass through the kitchen towards the back door, and he like perches his hand on the door like about to open it, and he's like, "I can't believe you don't think I'm cool, Dad. I thought we went through something together."
Oh my
You
god.
were very cool, and then you started this whole thing, and it really felt like maybe you were trying too hard. I still love you, and I'm very proud of you, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I just sort of think that if we're gonna be honest as a family, if we're fostering an area of honesty, as you know, Dr. Sycamore likes to say, we're gonna need to like come from a place of honesty. And honestly, son, blonde is not your color.
Fleur said it looked good, and he like glares at Fleur.
It does. I think I did a very good job bleaching
I'm
your
like,
hair.
"Blonde, it's like white, like frost, Dad. I told
toned
you.
it. We toned it.
We toned it, Dad."
I'm going to go take Carla to bed. Carla's like, no, bed! And starts to just shriek at the top of her lungs.
Wait, Carla, you want to camp tonight with me and Vess?
No, Ted, gross.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gross.
She's a girl after my own heart.
It smells like
Yeah.
sweaty boy.
Good taste,
Does
Carla.
it smell Vesper?
You smell like sweaty boy.
Vesper hasn't smelled it yet,
Vesper,
Ian.
we have a guest room that Mommy Fiona put new sheets on the bed for you.
Oh, I turn to look at Mrs. Sparrow and I go, "Thank you very much." And I look back at Ian and I'm like, "If you want me to camp out with you, I will."
We're roommates.
Ian, honey, there is a perfectly good guest bedroom right next to that guest bedroom that you could stay in.
Mm-hmm.
You gave my room to Carla,
Yes.
which told me that I did not have a place.
Sweetheart,
You literally
your
could have
room
slept in the house all summer, Ian.
had its own bathroom, and we have been potty training, so she needs a close bathroom.
I need my own bathroom so I can wash Aspen. You have seen how dirty.
We have a perfectly good backyard and a hose!
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm hanging out there. That's why it's my room.
You have
now.
to live in the same place that you wash Aspen? Do you sleep on the floor of the dorm bathroom?
The logic is flawed,
Well,
Ian.
and Vesper
I
just
hear my
backs
voice.
up and trails off.
Maybe once or twice. I don't know. We met this guy named Dane and it was wild.
Oh, why did you remind me of him?
I don't know. I feel like I should call him.
As
No.
you guys continue your conversation, Carla has upped the decibel of her screaming, and you can
yeah.
see your mother desperately casting like the rest of her counter spells for the day as Carla wails.
Yeah, I wanna try two things. I want to try making a minor image of the same like sparkly red dragon that I had made for her birthday to sort of catch her attention, and then offer be like, Carla, I actually don't remember how to get to the guest room. Do you want to help me?
Daddy Jack, put me down. Daddy Jack, put me down. Daddy Jack, put me down. Daddy. Okay, you're down. You're down. Okay, thank you, Daddy Jack. Like, come with me. She like grabs your wrist and begins to drag you up the stairs. What's your dragon's name?
I follow. I didn't give it one since you seem to like it so much. Why don't you give it one?
Glitter.
Glitter?
Glitter.
Okay.
Like when something is sparkly.
Oh.
Glitter.
Yeah. I was perfectly on board with either one.
Glitter.
I think that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Okay.
And I make it glitter more.
Okay, so guest room is right across the hallway from my room. So if you get scared in the middle of the night and you get nightmares, you just knock on the door and I will come protect you, okay?
I will and I like lean in. I'm like, I will certainly do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Same goes.
Okay. Jack is like following behind you, like
Yeah.
a couple steps behind, like ready to
Yeah.
grab her and put her in her room. She jumps up to like grab the door handle of the room and pushes it open dramatically, and you see like a perfectly nice guest bedroom. There's what appears to be Ian's senior year photo up above the bed. It's him at like a bunch of different angles, standing next to like some woodland scenery in like a blazer and a button-down shirt, like.
That tracks.
And then across from that, towards like the end of the room above the dresser, is what appears to be Fleur's senior photos. She's next to a lake. Her hair is blowing in the breeze. She's got a big natural smile. In one, she's laughing. And then on the dresser is a bunch of like framed photos of what appears to be Ian and Aspen through the years. The first one is Ian at about 13 years old, holding up a tiny Saint Bernard puppy.
That's adorable.
This
I didn't
guest
know Aspen had ever been that small.
Aspen had never been. You've seen Aspen. Aspen never been small. Oh, but okay. Ian got Aspen a saddle and lets me ride him when nobody's watching. He likes to pretend that he's grumpy and doesn't like anything, but he had me ride Aspen around and he laughed so hard he almost peed his pants.
I lean in very close, like conspiratorially, and I go, "Do you know? I also rode Aspen once."
You did?
I did. So I know that Ian isn't as grumpy as he seems sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that he doesn't like the fact that I'm in his house.
No, and I like look at Jack and I'm like, I know for a fact that that isn't true.
That's not
He's
true.
just-
Ian loves you.
Yeah.
Ian, that's why he lets you ride Aspen.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't let you. Aspen wouldn't let you if Ian but they both didn't love you so much.
That's true. He did get mad at me one time because I fed Aspen a sock, but he wanted to eat the sock. I was just helping.
Oh my god.
Hoping. Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, well, I'm sure that's just because socks probably aren't very nutritious for dogs, but I'm sure Aspen appreciated the help.
Do you think they're nutritious for people?
They are, and I get a little serious. I'm like, they're very not nutritious for people, Carla.
Oh. In the way a cake
Applesauce.
is...
Applesauce is a much better
what about sock
source of.
full with applesauce?
No, it's. I know that socks are, they're a product of fiber. Like that's not the problem. It
What's
is
fiber?
Oh no.
I like
What's
what
a
Jack
product?
This is-
What is nutritious?
I just look at Jack at that point. I'm like, this is the most I've spent with a 4.5-year-old.
Jack gives you like 2 thumbs up and then goes, all right, Carla, why don't you say goodnight to Vesper and I'll go read you 2 books. 6 books. 2 books. 6 book. 2 books. 5 book. 2 books. 5 book. 2 books. 5 book. 2 books. 5 book. 3 books. Okay. Okay. Vesper.
Excellent I whisper to Jack. I'm like, excellent negotiation.
Yes. I raised 2 of them, so imagine that, but there's 2 of them yelling at you.
I would not like to. That is stressful.
Yeah, it was a little bit hard. I mean, I liked it, but Vesper, I want a hug.
I hug Carla.
She hugs you and then whispers in your ear, "Do you want more secret?
Okay.
It was for a sock.
Oh no.
Don't tell Four I said that because Four will be mad."
I won't.
Okay, but when she wonders where her missing sock went, don't tell her Aspen ate it. Tell her Ian ate it. Okay, bye. I love you.
I will tell her. Yeah, in my head, I'm just like, at least she gave me a lie to tell.
She gave you
She's like,
clear
I will-
instructions. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I will follow your instructions. But yes, I give her a tight hug. I make the glitter dragon give a last little like poof of glitter at her nose, and then I say goodnight.
Goodbye, Vespi. Good night, Glitter. As you do that, downstairs, the Pharaoh siblings, you are with your mom. Fleur, your mom sort of looks between the two of you and puts her elbows on the table, her head in her hands, and goes, "So, good summer?"
Great summer. I got to play lacrosse.
I know, and
All
Carla
summer.
had a lot of fun at that camp.
She's very good, and I think it was good for her energy levels.
It was. Well,
Yeah.
and she really enjoyed that theater camp that your friend, that Essie was the
Yeah.
counselor for as well. You know, I think she had a lot of activities this summer. That's really good. Ian, how was your summer, sweetie? I know that you've been going through a lot, but I thought maybe some time to, you've been doing all that hiking and everything, and I thought maybe that would be helpful and make you feel a little bit better. It's what, Dr. Willow suggested. And you remember when we went to see her as a family?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not really forgetful. I just forgot about
No,
lacrosse camp for a
no,
minute.
I'm just wondering if you internalized her advice, sweetie.
Yes.
Yes?
That's his way of saying no.
Do you feel like you want to see someone different? You know, your father and I have been going to marriage counseling with Dr. Sycamore. She might have some recommendations.
I'm not married, but thank you.
No, Sweetie, I'm asking you if you want a different therapist.
Oh, honestly, I've kind of been missing Giannis a little bit. He feels kind of like a therapist in a weird way. Everything he says has like layers to it, and it takes a lot of effort to understand exactly where he's going with things.
But it's because he's high, Ian.
Oh,
Well, sweetheart,
where do you get fairy fern? Do
You know what?
Never mind. Anyways, yeah, I'm cool.
Your mother looks absolutely shocked and is like, I don't think
Mom?
we need to. Never mind. You know what? What I
It was a
don't
joke,
know.
Mom. It was
What
a
I don't know
joke.
won't kill me. What I don't know. Okay. All right. We're gonna change the subject.
I know exactly where to get fairy fern.
He doesn't. Don't worry,
it's-
Mom.
It's not.
That was
it's-
also a joke.
It's not that boy that Fleur's been talking to, is it?
Oh, Kyle. I hate Kyle.
Why do you hate Kyle? He
He's
hasn't
so
done
weird.
anything
He's got
to
that whole like thing going on.
Ian,
Fleur.
have you looked in a mirror?
Yeah, I have like a really cool urban forest chic kind of vibe going on.
Would you call that a sing?
Inspired by the Unseelie Queen and my ancestry. I'm really getting deep in touch with my
Claire looks
roots.
at her mom.
And I am
Ian-
exploring my individuality,
Mm-hmm.
like Dr. Willow said.
Yeah.
An urban ranger thing inspired by the Unseelie Court. Sweetheart, it's called goth.
Yes.
It's been a huge movement.
I'm wearing green. There's green. There's dark
Ian,
green.
it is literally
Orange
such a
green.
dark green, it looks black.
Sweetheart, so I've been talking with Vivian. I'm so sorry, Dr. Motley. Remember to call your friends' parents by their titles. And we've been talking about the different subsets of goth, and I've learned quite a lot. So I can assure you that that's kind of under the umbrella. She's very hip. I feel like she's made me more hip. Do you feel like I've
so
So
gotten
cool,
see,
right?
you think Dr. Motley's hip? I'm
because
hip
Dr.
too.
Motley is not making an effort to do that. It's just sort of who she is, sweetheart.
This is who I am.
Sweetheart, have you ever looked at your
Right
friend
now.
Rosalie and been like, wow, that's so uncool, she's trying so hard to do that? No, sweetheart, she gets out of bed, and who she is putting on a black dress and some red glasses. Well, you look very handsome, baby. Whatever you want to do is fine with me, but I just want to let you know that we thought you were good before, too.
I don't understand why my friend comes into town and suddenly my whole family is bashing my aesthetic.
We're not bashing you, Ian.
But why do you have to do it when Vess is here? It's embarrassing.
Vesper's upstairs.
But you can hear everything in this house.
How much do I hear?
Your mother looks very concerned for a moment, and she goes, no, you can't.
Yeah, Mom. Well, I can hear everything outside the house too.
I'll admit, Mom, we were born and raised here. We've heard every conversation that's
We're
happened
not
in
a
this
quiet
house.
family either.
No.
It's not like it's hard to hear, five people yelling, including a 4.5-year-old who's really going through it.
Sweetheart, she's
Yeah.
having a really hard time.
I know.
She's had all of those hearings with her mother, and then the hearings with her father, and it's more than a child.
Is her dad going to jail yet? I think her dad should go to jail.
Sweetheart, it's not that easy, but
I know, but that's what I want.
well,
Well, that's not all
He
you want.
doesn't-
I've heard some other things.
he's losing. His parental rights are being
Good.
terminated,
He
and
should.
Good.
we're going from there. But she's having a very hard time. She's very young to have to be involved in all this sort of thing.
No,
so-
it's not fair to her. And quite frankly, I would beat the living daylights out of him if I ever saw him in person, which is why it's probably best that I don't, because I actually don't think I could hold myself back, Mom.
She does have that really sick axe now. I really
Yeah,
think
it's
she
so
would like
cool,
to use
right?
it again. Also, I'm not mad that Carla's here. I hope you don't think that.
Oh no,
No, of course.
sweetheart, you're going through
You're just
a lot
mad.
as well. You're having a hard time.
I'm not mad. I'm
Sweetheart, there are stages to
infuriated.
grief, and anger is one of them. So you should go see Giannis and maybe give Dr. Willow another call, just one or two more, okay? And we can go to Jill interests at the mall and get you some more earrings very soon.
There's some cool black ones I'd really like.
Yeah.
I will take you there. You don't have to go with Mom.
Sweetheart, by the way, that reminds me, your father did get you these. And she stands up and sort of rifles around in a drawer and pulls out a little jewelry box. Vesper, you come downstairs right as you see Fiona hand Ian a tiny little jewelry box.
Ian just stares at this box for a second. Wait, Dad got this?
Yeah,
For me?
he's been... I don't know if you've noticed, but he's been trying to spend more time with you kids and really value the emotional aspect of parenting. And so he thought he would get you a gift just to let you know how much you mean to him.
My barbarian father
Yes?
got me this.
Yeah, well, Dr. Sycamore thought it might help if he showed you a little bit more affection in traditional ways.
I sit back down at the table and I like look across at Ian and I'm just like, I'm not sure I understand the qualifier. I think it's sweet.
Thanks, Vess. As a
Yeah.
barbarian.
Ian like presses the box against his head and just like shakes his head for a second, and then he opens it to take a look. What does he see?
Inside is a set of earrings. One is a simple silver stud. The other is a simple silver stud off of which hangs a chain, and from the end of the chain hangs a sort of delicate silver arrow.
Ah. Ian's like immediately taken aback a little bit because he thinks these are cool as hell. And he kind of like grins. And then he's like closes the box for a second. And then thinks about it again and opens it and passes it to Fleur and like raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, those are sick.
Right?
Those are sick.
Oh,
Yo, Vess. Show them the Vess.
Ian like holds it up to Vess. He's like, right?
They're pretty cool.
Very. I think they'll suit you well.
Thanks. And Ian like immediately starts putting them in. And he's like, this is unexpected.
Well, you did have help choosing them. Not from me, but we've been going on a lot of, I guess you'd call them double dates with, Jean and Vivian and Harry. And so they sort
Double
of
dates, yeah.
helped your father choose something that...
I really like Dr. Motley, and Mr. Russell's styles. It's
You
just
do
like
have good style.
observing.
Doctors Motley have good
Doctor's Motley.
You all sort of talk for a few minutes, and as you talk, Fleur, your phone lights up.
Fleur checks it immediately.
It's a text.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, period. You and your brother Busy, ? Was thinking about getting some end of summer food. Ice cream or something. And then a little devil emoji.
Fleur looks up at Vess and Ian and goes, y'all wanna go get food?
Why are you looking at your phone?
Answer my question, Ian.
I expect because she just got an invitation to get food. And yes,
Exactly.
I would.
Hell yeah.
Ian like nods at Vesper for a second. Like, oh yeah, this is my bestie. I kind of forgot that they were like this for a second, but now I remember. And he's like, yes, but
No buts. It's a yes or no question.
I want a bean burger.
That's the least. Why? Hey,
It was
Ian.
a test.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, what?
Do you really think you need to tell me that? That you
don't.
want a bean burger when we go out?
I didn't know if we were like getting food or if we're getting like drinks or if we're getting like fry. You know, like how sometimes you're like, let's get food and we go get fries from a drive-through, and then we sit.
Well,
in
we
the car
get
and
ice
eat
cream
them.
too.
Well, yeah, I was just kind of curious, like what kind of meal we're getting.
Well, like there's options on the table. I'll say food.
Yeah, I'll go.
Sick. Fleur texts back at it's obviously Kyle, and she goes, we're in me, Ian, Vesper, food.
He texts back, cool, winky face. And then there's a second text that shows up that says, wanna invite the rest of your party, ?
Fleur says, "Hell yeah!" Was just about to say I'm inviting the others.
I'm
And then-
stuck ruminating on the line between food and meal. I'm just putting that up.
Fleur then starts like a group text. Well, I guess she opens her group text with Essie and Rosalie because I feel like they would have kept in contact all summer, just like going back and forth between the houses so that
It
Essie
is
could see
called
Carla.
Hot College Babes.
Yeah. And Fleur goes, "Yo, food?" Question mark.
Hell yes. Send.
Rosalie looks at Essie as there's food on the table.
Your family dinners.
Rosalie, it's for the exposure. But also, I just really miss Fleur.
Okay. I see. I hear you. Rock, paper, scissors. Who tells?
Let's do it.
Wait. It's 2 out of 3 on go. On go.
Rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot.
What are you
and
guys
then-
rock paper scissoring for? Harriet like kind of like sticks her face in between you guys. Can I play?
Hey, Harriet,
Can I
do you
play?
want to deliver some news for us?
What do I get in return?
Harriet, I will do dishes. The next weekend I'm here.
The next 3 weekends you're here.
1.5.
3.
I will do. Okay, 1 weekend and it's Thanksgiving. Or what was it?
The Harvest
Hero-
Festival?
Harvest Festival weekend.
Deal. Okay, what am I saying?
We want to go get food with friends.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Hey, Dr. Motley, Vivian, she gets like bright red. Vivian, Essie and Rosalie are going to go get dinner with friends because they hate your cooking. And Dr. Motley goes,
Oh my god.
well, they're $3, three copper TV trays from, Green
Mom, I
Marks.
don't hate your cooking. That's not what it is at all.
So I don't really. Again, sweetheart. If you want to go to dinner with your friends, that's totally fine. Tell them I say hi. Wait, tell them to come pick you up. I want to see them.
Fleur, meanwhile, has already texted back. She, like, as soon as she received Essie's text, she texted Kyle when and where everyone's in.
He texts back. Picking you up in 3. Ian and Vesper will have to find their own way. Winky face.
Wow. You have a car. I'm lost.
You have a motorcycle with a sidecar.
But we have to go get Essie and Rosalie.
Fleur texts Kyle back. We might have to get Essie and Rosalie.
He texts back. Doesn't Ian have a sidecar? Lol.
That's for Vesper.
Doesn't he have a
I
crush on the
often-
one with the long hair? Can't she just
Oh,
ride
yeah.
behind him?
I can also, and I like if you've communicated this transportation dilemma at all to me, I like poke Ian and go, I can also like we can get them, we can teleport. I have not only gate, I also have dimension door, Jenny.
Dimension door is only 500 feet.
True,
Door
but
all the way.
no, I can't do it all the way. But
Every 500 feet. Ian's like, no. The fun of it is like the wind in
We
your
could do
hair, the
And then
tunes blasting.
you get another text that says, "Does Ian not have a driver's license?" Lol.
He's going through, you know what's going on.
So
I'm so sorry.
What are you all trying to figure out, sweetheart?
We're gonna go for food.
There's a minivan.
But
Ian, do you want my minivan?
yeah, Ian, you should
Do you
drive
still-
the minivan.
Does mom still have the vanity plate?
I do. Your father's
Yeah?
car is here if you'd rather take that.
You can also
What
drive
does Dad
mine, but don't drive mine.
I'm not driving yours. What does Dad drive?
So your dad
That's offensive.
drives a black, like, Hummer SUV. You know those things?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ian's like, it's such a gas. It's such a wait.
Arcana.
It's such an Arcana guzzler.
Oh, cry about it, Ian.
No,
Rosalie
I'll
texts-
take this. I'll take the minivan. It's fine. It's
Rosalie-
fine.
Perfect. Fleur texts Essie and Rosalie. Ian's picking you up in 8 minutes.
As you text that, you hear the sound of a motorbike engine outside of the house.
There goes. My ride's here.
It's not fair that your shitty boyfriend.
No, we're not.
Whatever. It's not fair that your shitty suitor gets to drive his motorbike and I can't drive mine.
Why not?
Think about it.
You don't want to
next
pick
time.
up Rosalie?
Think about it next time.
You don't
Fleur.
want to pick up Rosalie?
I do, but not in a minivan. And also, he
You
like
could drive
glances
a bus.
at
Could-
Vesper
I
like.
mean, we could take, and I like go to Ian. I'm like, if it really bothers you, I'm sure we could take your motorcycle, and one of one of them could drive us, and you just have to come back to pick up your motorcycle. Like it'd be a kind of a roundabout way. He's like thinking through it, like, but it is possible.
Ian's just being
If it
troublesome.
bothers you, that
He has
much.
3 options. 3 car options.
Oh my God, you make me sound like such a complicated dude.
You're being a little bit of a diva right now.
The doorbell rings
Oh
as you have this conversation.
Fleur stands up and grabs her bag of holding and goes, Essie and Rosalie are expecting you in 8 minutes.
Ian stands up from the table and kind of follows Fleur, like to go grab his mom's keys off of what I guess is like a entryway table or something. And he's like, I'm walking out with you. It's fine. We're going.
Great.
Don't forget
Um,
Vesper, sweethearts!
No, I'm used to it.
Yeah, that's just following.
Just it's with like both the pharaohs. They just start like
You just go.
no plan. Yeah.
We love you, Vess.
There's a lot of bickering, and we just kind of expect everyone to come with.
Yes.
So,
Fleur opens the door.
standing in the doorway in a torn off jean jacket and a band tee with some kind of slouchy jeans and a pair of basketball shoes, as well as his typical sort of skater hair and the horns that he wears little rings on, is Kyle. He's got his arms crossed. He's got his sleeve tattoos on full display, but he uncrosses his arm as soon as you open the door and gives you a kind of sly smile.
Ian's
Sup,
gonna
babe?
Hey.
like flex and cross his arms behind Fleur a little bit.
He kind of like looks at you and he goes, Ian, I dig the new look, actually.
Thinks I'm going through something.
Yeah, I could tell.
But also, I think this is like who I am. This is my aesthetic. Like, finally, externally, I am who I am internally.
Fleur is just looking at Kyle.
Kyle like blinks for a second and goes, okay, well, my younger brother is the manager at Chill Interests. If you ever want an employee discount, you can let me know.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that, Kyle.
Ian just grunts
So generous.
and like stares at Fleur like, we're gonna use that later.
I
But
know.
does the like twin thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fleur kind of looks back at him and is like, I'm fully aware. Without saying any words.
Okay.
I just address just Kyle and I'm going like, thanks for extending the invite.
Oh, of course, dude. It's good to see you too. You look good. Did you do anything interesting this summer?
A couple of things, but probably nothing very fun by all of your standards.
You studied a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, so much. And I like light up and I look at Fleur and I'm like, so you don't understand how much.
Fess, I missed you.
Did you learn any more about pocket dimensions? I still
No,
can't stop thinking about them.
And Fleur walks out the door and grabs Kyle's hand.
As he gets dragged away, he looks back at you Ian, and goes, I know what you mean. One time I smoked like some fairy fern and I thought about that for like 6 hours. Bags of holding are insane. Okay, all right, I'm coming.
He's like, oh yeah, same.
Yeah. But now that we can start walking to the minivan, but now that Ian has brought it up, I will like launch into whatever the newest information I've received is. I like
I feel like this
You're
is
not
like,
getting out of this one now.
this
Sorry.
is the like 5-star version of their friendship. Is like Vess explaining something really complicated and Ian's mind just exploding.
Yeah.
Like this is peak friendship for them.
You get in the minivan, you turn it on, and Carla must have been the last person to ride in this car because immediately. Hang on. Jello salad, yummy yummy by the Jiggles starts playing the moment you turn on the TV. I'm sorry, the radio. Fleur, meanwhile, you climb onto the back of Kyle's bike, and he pulls from one of the kind of containers in the back a beautiful baby blue helmet.
Oh,
Hands it to
that's
you.
cute.
I love them.
And it's like, I still love that you got this. I still love it.
I just, I thought that if I got it, I might be able to get you to ride around with me more.
Yes, that is a surefire way to make that happen.
Yeah. Alright, well, hold on tight. Wouldn't want you falling off.
Fleur immediately grabs him around his waist.
They take off, and Ian, you and Vesper follow behind. You arrive about 10 minutes later at Rosalie and Essie's house.
I'm assuming we've changed.
I was gonna say,
Maybe
did you change, or are you still in your little outfit?
We're changed, but I'm also very much in many clothes sprawled out in my room. Essie, are you sure not this black dress or this black dress?
I think that the second is better.
It goes better with my eyes. I agree.
Oh my god.
Also, before they Rosalie and Ian get a chance to see each other, if like we get out of the car or whatever, we wait for them. I prestidigitation the applesauce off of Ian's pants.
Ian like looks down and he's like, I forgot.
Bess is
You saved my life.
I mean, you just seem to care so much more about your appearance now. I thought.
I'm gonna be honest, like 20% of it is me trying to impress Rosalie.
I know.
Oh.
And I smile at it and I'm like, there you go. It's like, you're ready. You're good to go.
Ian like nods and like wipes off his
Like
pants.
It's like, she'll love it.
He's like, thanks, appreciate it.
So, Kyle pulls up with you, Fleur, and sort of like helps you off the motorcycle. Of course, you don't need help, but he's a gentleman.
Yes.
And you
I
all
like it.
kind of gather in front of the house. Kyle pulls out a cigarette and lights it, and then leans to Ian and goes, "Do you want one?" It kind of goes with the aesthetic.
He's gonna think really hard about it.
No, not right now. Maybe later, dude.
Cool.
Let
he,
him
like,
work up to it.
He like tucks it into his pocket and goes, "So, I realized I just lit this. I don't know these people. Is this gonna be like a problem for me to know?"
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
And Fleur points.
Oh, cool. I
No,
thought their neighbors
yeah.
just hated them for some reason.
No, they are. One of them is a chain-smoking medical doctor.
And an anarchist, don't forget.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's really cool.
She
It's a
sounds
lot to unpack. Yeah.
fucking awesome. All right.
Yeah. Fleur kind of knocks on the door.
The door swings open, and standing in front of you is a chain-smoking medical doctor. Dr. Vivian Motley is wearing a pair of kind of torn denim shorts and an extra large band tee. It looks like it's probably Harry's. And has her hair up in like a messy bun, and she goes, "Fleur, sweetheart."
Dr. Motley.
She gives you a big hug.
Yeah, Fleur goes in for a hug.
Steps back, looks at you, and goes, "Oh, you look more and more like your mother every day. You are just so
Thank
beautiful."
you.
Vesper, you are looking as handsome as ever. Look at you. And her eyes land on Ian, and she puts a hand to her mouth. Oh. You look so much like Jean did at that age. And so does your friend. Who's this with you?
This is Kyle.
Wait.
Kyle grins and is like, "I like your vibes." And she's like, "Oh, thank you. I like your vibes too." Ian, so what's with the What is this about, sweetie?
Keep asking me that.
Well, because
Exactly what you think it is, Dr. Motley.
it's just kind of a big change. Well, of course. I mean, no one dresses like this if they don't have a lot of stuff going on. Isn't that right, Kyle? And Kyle's like, why you gotta drag me into this, Dr. Motley? And Dr. Motley goes, well, I don't want to make assumptions, but
I mean,
you're a tiefling, and tieflings tend to have kind of a lot going on. And he's like, wow, rude. I mean, I don't know who my dad is, but like, okay, go off. And she kind of laughs and she goes,
Ian's like,
"Oh,
neither
okay.
do I, actually.
Can I get you kids anything?
We just need Rosalie and Essie.
Oh.
We're going for food.
Perfect. They're getting ready. In the meantime, do you want snacks? You're getting food. Do you want something to drink? You want beers? If you're not driving, can I get you a beer?
No, I'm good. We're good, Dr.
Ian,
Motley. Don't
do
worry.
you want a cigarette or something, sweetheart?
I'm good.
Good. Those things will kill you. She
points-
pulls one out and lights it.
He points to his new earring, the one with the like dangle and the arrow on it, and he's like, "Thanks for helping my dad, by the way."
Oh, of course, sweetheart. He told us all about your new look and kind of wanted our advice, because he thought that maybe we might be able to help. And I feel like we were. You look very good.
Thanks. It's not like I know it's drastic, and people keep bringing that
Ian,
up,
it's
but it's
cool.
not like. And he kind of like leans into Dr. Motley and like whispers.
She grabs your hand, Ian, and pulls you into the house and drags you to like the unused fireplace to pull a picture off the mantle and show it to you. And she hands it to you. Do you look at it?
Yeah.
It is a picture of a young Vivian Motley, probably about the age you are now, heavily pregnant, dressed in like a black kind of frilly goth dress, a pair of heavy-duty combat boots, ripped fishnets. She's got like a completely shaved half side of her head, and then the other half has been sort of braided into a side braid, and like old school gothic makeup where she's got like black lines under her eyes and like a heavy black lipstick. Next to her you see Dr. Jean Motley, who's got kind of the same length of hair, but it's tied up into like, not even tied up, like gelled up into one of those really tall mohawks.
Oh yeah.
And he's got on a ripped, like just a ripped jean jacket, no shirt on underneath, and you can see like a big chest tattoo. A pair of what appear to be drip pants, and almost an exactly matching pair of heavy-duty combat boots. And she says, I could never think that you look bad. This is one of my favorite looks to go for. And look, Rosalie liked it too, even at that age.
Ian like beams for a minute, and he's like puts it back on the mantle and is like, "Thanks, Dr. Motley."
Of course, sweetheart. Do you want to hear a secret?
Yeah.
You know how my name is Vivian?
Yes.
When I first came to college for the first 6 months, I insist everyone call me Venom.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
my
be
God.
honest. That's cool as hell.
She gives you a little pat on the shoulder and she goes, I knew I liked you.
Ian pulls his shirt down a little bit to show Dr. Motley his
God.
new like clavicle tatties, and he's like, just
And she stops for a minute and reads them because she reads Sylvan and goes, Sweetheart, you do know that that's the name of like a, it's like getting I'm trying to think of an adequate descriptor here. It's like
cool or like rad works.
getting the word like Babadook King tatted on your body. I just thought I should that was a very real person and kind of a. All right, sweetheart, you look very cool. Why don't you go wait with your friends and I'll go grab Rosalie and Essie.
Ian just kind of stands by the fireplace for a little, just like very like stoic, like confused, processing, and then he's like, "Hey, Vess," and he like kind of explains that whole scenario to Vesper.
I'll hearing Ian call for me, I will take the opportunity to like go over to Ian, because again, I've been left with Kyle and Fleur.
Kyle and Fleur are just like flirting with each other. There's a lot
Yeah.
of him being like, "So you got any plans?"
So yeah,
for,
yes, I
next
take
weekend?"
the opportunity to go over to Ian. Yes, you.
You know my new tattoo? The like this one?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you got another one.
Oh, Ian like reveals it a little bit, and he's like, "Does it say?"
Can I read it? Do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, you can do your
yeah,
Sylvan roll.
yeah,
My Sylvan D4. Ah, a 2. Okay.
It says Frost Prince.
Fuck. I can't get over it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Cool. I read it. I stay composed. I wait for the quest for a question. It was like, yeah. Oh, yeah. What about them?
How is Frost Prince like Babadook King?
I'm making like the ratio comparisons from like English class. I was like, this is to that. What do I know? Like,
So, you do know that the Frost Prince was a real guy.
yeah.
In fact, you have the Frost Prince's sister's ring in your possession.
Yeah.
You know that he committed like a lot of war crimes and was kind of an atrociously like tyrannical outcast ruler of the frozen lands of the Unseelie Fae. That he was so evil that even the lady you just killed because she was too evil banished him from her realms. Yeah, and you also know that he's kind of the subject of like such terrifying folklore for wood elves that they don't like speak his name because they believe that it summons his rage.
Great. So I go, well, I know we're not in the Fae plane, but maybe we don't remember how we talked about names, like the queen talked about how names have power.
Right.
Well, that's a very powerful name, and I start to like try my best to make it as like the facts of the matter without like terrifying. Because I'm like, this is a thing you have on your body now. So I'm not going to make it worse, but I'm going to give you the facts because you asked me for them.
Ian like nods through like Vesper's explanation, and he's like, "No, but like I'm the Frost Prince because my mom is technically and I'm and Cammy and the bow." Okay.
How about the icicle, the snowflake? Like there are other ice themed
Permafrost Prince
titles that maybe have a little less and I like look at it. I'm like, from a rhetorical perspective that might have fewer connotations to an actual war criminal.
Yeah, maybe I can make it say Frosty.
Oh my god.
Okay. I did not. Fleur. I thought Fleur would say something if it was that bad.
Fleur doesn't read Sylvan.
I'm not certain she knew, and you can only make decisions based on the information you have.
Yeah.
Now you have some more.
You showed Vivian.
And then he's like, "Oh shit!" I showed Dr. Motley.
You showed Dr. Motley.
Okay, so and Ian pulls up like he's got like a cow neck, and he like pulls it way up, and he's like,
I just like give him a pat on the arm.
Sick. Okay, yeah.
I go, I guess maybe the decision is ultimately yours. If you're going to maybe think about doing something, changing it in some way, you could let her know. Thank her for telling you.
Yeah, I'm a little too embarrassed to do that today, though. we'll have to come back to that one.
There's a knock on your door, Rosalie.
Okay.
Sweetheart, your friends are here.
Essie is actively putting on eyeshadow on Rosalie. Come on, we'll get this.
Okay. And then like Rosalie will like take her little necklace and kind of like right before like Essie gets up and moves away, she'll like kind of suggest, yeah.
You guys clink it together. And then stand up and head towards the door. You open the door, follow your mom down the hallway, and see your friends. Fleur and Kyle are kind of in the doorway. You can see he's like, Rosalie, you walk out, and your little shipper heart almost beats out of its chest. He's got one arm against the door frame because he's quite a bit taller than her, and is kind of leaning over her, and she's like got her hands behind her back and is looking up at him. They're having some kind of intense conversation that's definitely full of some kind of sexual tension. You
Absolutely.
make a note to write a scene like this in your Handsome Ranger book. You also see, speaking of Handsome Rangers, first you see Vesper standing a little bit awkwardly in your living room, talking to a tall, handsome young man. He's got sort of white dyed hair, some smudged eyeliner around his eyes, tattoos, piercings. He looks like the emo skater boy of your dreams.
Rosalie's gonna stare at him a little bit and then look around the room and then lean over to Essie and be like, where's Ian?
I think that's Ian.
I'm just picturing Ian in the corner like this, hurtling into his cowl neck.
Rosalie, don't faint. Breathe deep. You got this.
Okay.
Remember, embody Lady Rosalie.
Embody Lady Rosalie?
This is the start of the fan fiction of your lives. The real fiction. The love fiction.
The love story? Non-fiction?
Yeah!
Non-fictional.
The non-fictional fan fiction.
Love fiction. Okay. My Rosalie will like flip her hair and walk downstairs. She's like, hi guys. And she'll look at Ian and she'll be like, hi. And then she'll just completely freeze up and her eyes get big and she's all red.
Fleur turns around and looks over and immediately clocks it and goes, hello.
Hi, Rosalie.
Hi Fleur. Miss
How
Fleur.
are you two?
Rosalie will go over to hug Fleur.
Fleur like hugs them both.
Behind Fleur, Kyle like gives both of you a nod and is like, Rosalie, looking great. Essie,
Hi, Kyle.
breathtaking as always.
Thank you, Kyle. You have very good taste.
I know.
I just imagine Ian and Vesper like,
Where are Ian and Vesper? Are you all still in the room?
They're you can see them,
Yeah, we're-
but
Yeah.
like they're probably
Rosalie-
20 feet away.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah,
what are you
Rosalie and
two
Essie
doing?
walked right past us
They
after,
walked past us to see you.
after blushing at Ian.
yeah. Ian's
Are you
gonna,
two coming?
Ian's gonna walk towards the door and be like, wow, go straight to Fleur. I see how it is.
Yeah, because I'm the coolest.
Yeah, to you are. And he
Everyone.
kind of gives like an awkward wave and is like, hey guys. Are you trying to shake my hand, Rosalie?
No, not if you don't want to, unless if you want to.
Rosalie,
Yeah?
We can hug.
what about just a hug?
Yeah, we can hug.
Yeah!
Okay. Do you
Fleur
want-
kind of like gently elbows Kyle.
Kyle like elbows you back kind of gently and manages to like very smoothly turn it to an arm around your shoulders.
Very good.
Rosalie will hug Ian hello. As she does so, can I ask if he still smells the same or if he smells different?
I'm fucking so dead.
He
Oh
smells
god.
exactly the same.
Wow, even with the tent living.
He probably smells more earthy than you did before.
He
Ew,
smelled, but like
that's
before you were
disgusting.
smelling like a dirty jacket, so he smells the same as the jacket smelled.
Oh no.
You're getting true Ian Musk.
In that moment, Rosalie feels a little bit more calm. It's like, okay, hi Ian, I missed you. And hi Vesper, and she'll hug Vesper.
Hi, Rosalie.
Ian turns to hug Essie as well.
Hi, Ian. I trained Macbeth so much. Thank you for all of your tips.
Yeah, how's he doing?
Macbeth comes sprinting out at the mention of his name and basically jumps onto you, Ian, and gives like your chest a bunch of aggressive kisses.
Ian like wraps his arms around Macbeth and like gives him like the aggressive dog rub that people who have dogs do.
Classic.
And he's like, "Hey, Macbeth," and he's like, "How are those alternative commands going? What was the sit one again? Or no, come was find your light, Macbeth.
Find your spot.
Find your spot. Oh, sorry, find your spot, Macbeth.
Macbeth 6.
Ian's like, nice. What were the other ones?
There was also quick change,
Macbeth
which
blinks into just like a random jacket that's lying discarded on the ground, and it's kind of tangled up in it because it's not made for dogs.
Ian's like, I might need to try that one with Aspen because he can blink once.
Do that now.
I don't know if it's worth it. That's a hard one to train if you can only do it once. And he's like kind of processing, and he's like, okay, what else?
there's so much. Honestly, my favorite is center stage. And I'm assuming Macbeth like blinks in.
Macbeth blinks right in front of you.
So my little boy can come back to me at any time.
He gives you a big kiss on the nose.
Oh.
Yeah. I lean over to Fleur because I'm once again relegated to being like right next to her between Fleur and Kyle, and just go. I don't really understand that one, I must say. Considering stage directions are relative to the audience.
Yeah.
What am I? Is it you? Is it her?
I know.
Like, are they the?
Can
I'm like
Essie
trying.
hear this?
I need you to work through this with me.
Whereas, like, I think, like, it's probably because, like, Essie is the center of Macbeth's world, so center stage would, like, that's, like, what I think, if I had to guess.
Kyle is like watching you two talk and goes, I'm gonna try to find an ashtray. I feel like there's gotta be several in this house.
Yeah.
I think I saw one on the mantelpiece.
Rosalie will actually go, oh, you're not that far from outside, just stomp on it.
He goes outside and he stomps it out and he goes, you guys want to go get some ice cream or something?
Yeah, Ian wants a bean burger.
Would he be down for like vegan milkshakes instead?
I mean, I am.
Yes, but on the way back, Bess and I are gonna pick up real food.
That's fine, you're in the
sounds good.
minivan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring Aspen because we're in the minivan. But I'm sure he would love to see Macbeth again.
Of course, we can totally bring him.
Ian kind of nods and then kind of brushes past Kyle and heads towards the bed.
Kyle looks at you, Fleur, and he's like,
I know.
It's funny. Like, he hates me, but he also, like, that is
I know.
my aesthetic all over.
Oh no, I'm fully aware, Kyle. He is somehow more extra than he was last year.
Yeah. Well, everybody goes through phases, Fleur. It can be really hard when you find out
Yeah.
that you aren't who you thought you. Like, when my horns came in, that was
I can't even
whole
imagine.
thing. Yeah. No.
Like, I get it, but I also don't get it. And I don't want to, like, stomp on his toes, but also, like, it's my job as his not big, but big sister.
I think that what you gotta realize is that with a lot of this stuff, when you don't know what someone's going through or what they're feeling, you just have to create the space for them to, like, come to you, you know?
Yeah, he knows he can talk to me. He does. We, like, communicate without talking. Like, I know what's going on with him.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is that he might not be ready to talk now. But you gotta give him some time. Give him some space.
I know.
To find himself, because that's what he's doing. He's
I'm
finding
the one who bleached his hair. I got a tattoo. Did I tell you I got a tattoo?
Where is it?
Fleur lifts her hair up and shows him the back of her neck, and there's like a little sun tattooed on the back of her neck.
He grins. He's like, "It's very cute." I was kind of hoping for
you.
someplace
Thank you.
so else, but you know, we can always.
You gotta start like PG for the first one.
Yeah.
And then she starts to walk towards the motorcycle.
Just hoping I'll get a chance to see your next one. He calls after you. He gets on the motorbike. You all get in the minivan, and you head to the locally owned ice cream parlor. It overlooks the port. There's like some nice seating area out by the water where you can sit with your legs hanging over the concrete wall of the water and eat your ice cream. The ice cream shop is called Hang On.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Come to you. Mm-hmm. You know it's gonna be good.
It's called Men and Berries.
Oh
God.
It's owned by two gay men who are actually from the northern coast where a lot of wild berries are grown, and a lot of them they incorporate into use in their ice cream.
Are they related to Huck?
You've never asked. You pull up in front, you park. What do you guys do?
Fleur
Thanks
does
for
what
the-
she always does, and she leads the way.
Thank you for the ride, by the way, Big Mama.
Oh my god. Ian like bangs his head on the steering wheel and he's like, listen, it was either this or Fleur's car, and I am not driving that powder blue Volkswagen. I just
Hey, no judgment. I think that your aesthetic is very cool, even if the minivan kind of ruins it a little bit.
I kind of feel like the minivan might work because it's kind of like an irony thing. And he like looks at Vess like, irony? Is that right?
I
Is
love
he
how
using that
stupid
right
he
now?
It's
is.
the definition of irony, but you're not wrong if that's what you think. If it's useful to you, I would just like to point out that the powder blue is a particularly icy color, if that is what you're going for.
And then Ian's like, oh, and then he's like, oh god, the tattoo, oh god, and he's like, all right, and he turns
Wait,
off.
What tattoo?
You have a tattoo?
Ian's like, and he pulls up his sleeves, and there's like a frosted, like heart on one of his arms, and then on the
I'm
other
saying that
one,
one too, so I'm like, well, that one's cool.
and then the other one is like a moon that he's got on like the side of his arm that matches Fleur's sun.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he's like, yeah, they're great. Okay, let's get some ice cream.
You know, self-expression is the coolest.
Thanks, Rosalie.
You all head into the ice cream parlor. The sorcerer behind the counter serves you all your ice cream. Ian, you get some vegan rice cream, and you all sit along the wall overlooking the port. Behind you, you can hear the news playing in the ice cream parlor, but you can't quite make out what they're saying on TV. A car drives by, KPR plays over the radio, and you all sit in comfortable silence as you listen to the cry of gulls over the bay and the gentle lapping of waves against the concrete walls of the port. You eat your ice cream for a few moments as the final rays of the sunset disappear behind the shore. And after about an hour of conversation, it goes fairly well. Ian and Kyle only get into half of a spat, but everyone laughs it off. You all go your separate ways. Kyle takes you home. Fleur, Ian, and Vesper drop off Rosalie and Essie. Get some bean burgers on their way home, and the night ends, and your sophomore year begins. We will be back next week on the Tabletop Tavern. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store for this season. It's gonna blow your minds.
I'm so excited.
I'm terrified.
That's probably the best.
Cam has
reaction.
experienced one season of Jenny now and is like, fear is all I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
As
Yes.
you said.
Last session, I cried so much, and then we had a break. And this one, my face hurts from smiling so much.
Next time on Tabletop Tavern.
It is the Friday before spring break.
So I crit failed.
Jack Farrow Delph confirmed.
I have this weird feeling that we're gonna be like, maybe meeting in person real soon. And I think
Ukulele.
Fleur kisses him back.
Our dad is missing.
Our dad is missing.
I love the kind of woman that she is.
You're trying to date my mom, Essie?
Maybe, Cammy had more friends than just us.
Wait, so you've been aware this entire time that I've been having nightmares and you haven't offered to change them?
It's either Cammy or it's somebody who wants me to think that it's Cammy. And either way, they want us there. You're supposed to buy a rash guard. I guess it's my job to make sure you don't get sun poisoning now.
Oh, we're going to a beach.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Tabletop Tavern. Don't forget, if you would like to watch the show live with our audience on Monday nights, you should follow us on Twitch, as well as our other social medias, which you can find in the description box down below. Tabletop Tavern is also available on podcast platforms, so if you would rather listen to an episode during your commute or while you're cleaning, you can find the links to that in the description box as well. We hope you have a wonderful week, and go Griffins!